So, here we are on the opening table, and we've got something a little special. First of all, new recording program. I've changed how I record these openings, so Snell in the corner, he's gonna look a little different. You can see him down there. The quality is gonna be a little different in the camera. Hopefully, in recording and editing, it comes out looking better or just as good. But there's also something else that's a little different, because today we're not opening any Yu-Gi-Oh!
Huh?
Now, I'm not gonna say we're pivoting away from Yu-Gi-Oh! There's no reason to think that, but a brand new trading card game is now available in stores all across the country. And they're starting organized play soon. So, I went over to a local game store and went ahead and I picked up some of the packs that they're now selling to sort of, do a little fun little, hey, this cool new card game's coming out and I wanted to open some. Now, you may have heard this game before. Your favorite Yu-Gi-Oh! YouTuber probably did a sponsored video for them. We've got Elestrals. So I went ahead and saw that Elestrals was available at a local game store, which I thought was really cool, because they aren't completely widespread. Elestrals is saying to do a little outreach, They're asking players to ask their stores to stock the product, but I saw it was available, so I went ahead and picked it up. And what I've got is our first two sets of Elestrals. This is the base set, and this is set 2, Frostfall. These are the two that are available in store as of recording. The third set, Daybreak, I believe is released. At least it will definitely be officially released as you see this video. They're not at stores yet. So I just went ahead and to do a little preview of not preview, really just sort of like a showcase of the game. I went ahead and I picked up 10 packs of each. Packs go for about $4 of Elestrals. When you buy them in store, they're only sold as boxes or blisters online on the Shop Elestrals website. That's like $6.99. They come with little promo cards. But I'm not sponsored, so we're not going to do like a sales pitch for them. So, what we're actually going to do is we're going to pop open, one set, two set, and just see a little show off what we got. They're not listed on TCG Player, so it's not like we're going to be price checking. We're just kind of looking to see if we can get any kind of stellars, full arts, or I believe reverse cells also come in packs. Well, there's full arts, there's hollows. Ooh, the packs are very strong. They are much stronger than I am, apparently. Alright, so there's a spirit card in the back, which is your HP for the game, and basically the hollow is always either before or after the spirit. Sometimes the spirit shows up in front, but that doesn't usually mean anything special for the pack. That's just kind of like a, ooh, whoopsie, spirit ends up in the wrong spot. Volcanic Forge. I'm going to organize it by element. What's up, my Nimbugs? Ampup. P-Gust. Elachick. The Shield of Achilles. Very good pickup. So Shield here, actually, it is pretty much like a massive staple for Elestrals. The way I can describe it is the battle phase is very important in the game, sort of like Go format Yu-Gi-Oh! To kind of compare it. And Shield, which can bounce an opponent's Elestral back to their hand, removing them for their cost, is pretty dang strong. Necklace of Harmonia. Tornado. Ooh, we have a hollow. We have Circle the Sky. So with Elestrals as well, this card specifically, Circle the Sky, it comes in a different art in each set. I do believe we have all the Circle the Skies released as of set 3, but this is a very nice card to pick up. going to start a hollow pile over here. And we got a Zaptor Spirit. Spirit should also be separate, not organized by element. Found some sleeves for our hollows. Now I don't have many standard size sleeves because I don't really collect any kind of like magic, or I believe Pokemon's the same size maybe. But I did accidentally purchase a pack of standard blacks, so I do have that for these. Ooh. Start off this pack, we have Nekruff. Nekruff is actually a staple in what is currently the best deck in Elestrals after the first ban. Nekruff is kind of the key in a deck called Five Guys. You can see here he has 5 attack, and that's as far as it goes. He's got 5 attack. He's very strong. He's also has a burn effect, but usually you would enchant him with a non-fire spirit to play around some specific back row that targets based on spirit. Next we have Helios Chariot Ride. This is like Trap Stun, I guess you can compare it to. Not a very positive card. Kind of, no, I don't want to call it toxic. It's kind of toxic. Island of Aeolia. Tad Puff. What's their first water? Sluggle. Another Necklace of Harmonia. Tornado. The Bag of Winds. And then we got another holo. We've got Leonite. Leonite's actually the, as you can see, an Elestral you have to ascend into, so he costs 2 spirits. So basically, for your normal cast, or if you can special cast it, you have to basically take an Elestral, let's say Nekruff, who's already been on the field, and you add another spirit, remove the Nekruff, and then you can summon the Leonite, who is 2. One more thing before I put them away. For people who aren't familiar with Elestrals, right here it specifies Invoke Runes. Invoke Runes are basically the they're the spell cards of Elestrals. They activate and then they're gone. That would be like Tornado here. Tornado here is an Invoke Rune. Bag of Winds is a equip card. And then Helios here. This is essentially a counter trap. It's fun to see. So in order to keep up with Elestrals before actually getting my hands on the cards like this, I have watched both seasons of the Elestriad. Season 2 is actually still ongoing, so if you're seeing this and you become interested in Elestrals, you can go ahead and check out the Elestriad. The Elestriad only features sets 1 and 2, so just watching this video and heading over there, you won't really be lost in terms of like the card pool, because 3 isn't involved. Speaking of the Elestriad, Smoltuga here, he's actually a pretty decent card in both water and burn. He's a little burn guy. Electric, P-Gust. We're getting a decent amount of staples. Sharon's Opal, Mount Olympus, Necklace of Harmonia, Shield of Achilles. 2 shield in 10 packs is pretty impressive. Scavengem. Ooh, this is our first Earth. Let's make a new pile. Tectorus, huge, and Terralis. Tectorus was the linchpin of early Earth Beatdown in set 1. He still does see a lot of play into sets 2 and 3. Right, we have Earthseer. So Earthseer is actually pretty interesting. There's a little, let me see it, bear symbol. So the Elestrals do have down here tribes, and the bears, Earthseer, Earthsmog, and the ice one's name is escaping me. But basically, bears are a pretty interesting deck because it's just like tribal bear, you know, while other cards feature elements, bears just say bear. Clovey, Sharon's Opal, Helios Chariot Ride, Island of Aeolia, Thunderbolt of Zeus, do not perceive the sins of this game. Earlier I mentioned a ban list. Say hello to the first and only card in the Lestrals to be banned, Sparkit. Scythe of Demeter, and we have another Hollow Spirit. We have a Strato Moth. Not very familiar with Strato Moth. They didn't really see much play at all, so not much I can say about them. But now we finished that pack, let's take a look at our little center here. Sparkit. Sparkit says you can nexus up to 2 Thunder. When you do, you can look at an opponent's hand and discard a card from it. This is insane. Mr. A Drive, where's the once per turn? You see, an interesting thing about Lestrals is most effects are softens returns. So 2 Sparkits can nexus off together to loop 2 cards out of the opponent's hand. This guy alone can get you a complete hand knowledge on your opponent. And Thundercasters usually pair him up with a card that also burns, and a card that also Pot of Duality's your deck for the Yu-Gi-Oh players in the audience who want a good good example, good analogy. Damn strong. I feel weak. I'm weak, bro. I'm sick. Volcanic Forge. What is up, my Nimbugs? Pup. Jolton. Tad Puff. Earthquake. I believe that's our second Earthquake. No, it's our first Earthquake. Okay. Now we got Tectorus before. Earthquake's a staple. Earthquake is a very powerful staple. I would appreciate getting more Earthquakes if we can. Scythe of Demeter. Spinif. Trifernal. So Trifernal, of all the starter deck bosses, is actually seen the most play. There is a sort of OTK deck that takes advantage of this card right here, Helios' Chariot Ride, to basically stun the opponent out, to then quickly go into Trifernal to deal massive amounts of damage to the opponent. Volcanic Forge. Drops of Leaf. Drataya. Shout out to the Fruit Enjoyers. I know I'm at least 2 Fruit Enjoyers. Jolton. Tad Puff. Lycavolt. Griffuse. Sakura Soar. Volcaries. Saptor Hour Spirit. Alright, not every pack can have a holo, I'm not complaining. We have seen some pretty cool cards here. Our third Helios' Chariot Ride, completing the playset. Island of Aeolia. Floy Forest. Smoltuga. Electric. Thunderstorm. This is a pretty great. Thunderstorm is basically MST. Galobby. Cinder. Majesty. Leviathan, our Spirit. Alright, we got another one of the bears, whose names I forgot earlier. We got Scout. Drataya. Drops of Leaf. What is up, my Nimbugs? Pup. Kinleo. Waspire. Blazerus, the middle form of Trifernal. Umpherial, and Lycoris. Interesting that we've encountered 3 of the structure deck boss monsters in here. I wasn't sure how many of the cards in the structure decks were actually exclusive to the structure decks and how many are just in the set in general. But I'm not complaining. If you want to play a real deck with them, you would need multiples. Volcanic Forge. Drops of Leaf. Our playset of Drataya is complete. Scout. War Might. This is a crazy one. Ash Drabbit. So earlier I mentioned that Spark It would combo along with a card that just drew you cards through Pot of Duality like effect. And here he is, the non-once per turn Ash Drabbit, the king of advantage. And if you notice, I said one of the best decks at the moment was called Five Guys, where they had 5 attack. Ash Drabbit has 5 defense. Arrowmare, Circune. Oh my god. So I mentioned at the top that I didn't know prices of Elestral's cards because they are not currently available on TCG Player as of recording, but this right here, as I immediately sleeve him, is Viserys. Viserys is one of the most important cards in Earth Beatdown or any Earth deck, really. What he does is he gets +1 for every Viserys on field, counting himself, and when he destroys an Elestral in battle, you can special cast a Viserys from your deck in the 5th position. So he's got small defense, but he immediately represents 2 bodies, and he's at 4 attack, which is incredibly high for an Elestral. He is very, very, very high in demand. I believe they said he's being reprinted in set 3, but I have not seen any confirmation on that. So seeing a Viserys out of our base set pulls when we only bought 10 packs is pretty dang good. Alright, this is our last pack for base set. We got Quackle, Veritaqua, Krakid, Tadpuf, Sluggle, Likeable, Boombat, Galaxy. This is another really good one for the 5 strategy, as well as water in general. Basically switching the attack and defense of all Elestrals. Switching the attack and defense of water enchanted Elestrals is really powerful. There's a really powerful Elestral who's a 1/6 that has the effect to switch his own stats at the cost of a spirit, but Galaxy on field just makes him a 6/1, so you don't even have to worry about spending. Galaxy is very powerful. Ooh, we got another holo for our last pack. We got Sonicore. How about that? That is a very nice last pull. Now, let's go ahead and pop open Frostfall. So the Frostfall set introduces the Ice Spirit, the Ice Elestrals. I'm sorry, the Frost Elestrals. Let me correct myself. Yep, look at that. Our spirit's in front. Doesn't necessarily mean anything special about the pack, unfortunately. But we can pray. Capre Foon. Penguat. Now we make an ice pile. Perma Frog. More Frost. Sorry Brawl. Cyprong. The Mountains of Boreas. Bungalow. And Paleoth. Nothing really of note besides more Frost. But you sort of need a critical mass of these guys, more Frost. They come in, as you can see on the top, they come in different forms, and basically to make the more Frost deck, you do need a lot. It was projected to be a very, very, very powerful deck in the Frostfall meta, but after watching the Elestriad, I think that's a little overblown. Don't want to be too mean about it. The deck didn't really put up great results, to be honest. Let's sort of tighten this all up. There we go. Make sure the entire gang's on screen. Alright, we have our piece of bear support. We have Ursaden. He's fire and ice, but he's main fire, so I'll put him in the fire. Platypulse. Atlantis. What is up, my Nimbugs? Narpoon, Penguat, Permafrog, another Morfrost, Indus form, Exalt Flare, very good for the fire deck. You don't want a lot of him, but he is pretty dang good. You have the Fire Spirit by Pyro. Lost my spirit pile for a second there. Do not lose all your spirits. You will die. Alright. Looks like our spirit's in the right part of the pack now. Fungalo, Paleoth, Snowwaddle, Mount Olympus. Ooh, shout out to Ruxin, even in a Lestrals video. Cockatoodle, Avalanche, Blizzard, Ambrosia Cornucopia. This is a great one. Moss Station. Moss Station gets +2 for each earth enchanting. During your end phase, you must change Moss Station defense if attack this turn. So I mentioned Thurmine. There's Spirit, by the way. So I mentioned the 6/1 Water Lestral. This is his Earth form. So this one doesn't have Galaxy available to him, so in his archetype he's just a 4/1. Very strong. He's essentially a 6/1 because he gets +2 for his 1 spirit. But I'd say he's how do I describe him? This is Goblin Attack Force. He's just Goblin Attack Force. Getting a little tight on card space. You can't tell. There are 10 cards per pack here. So that's another reason why Lestral's cards are so hefty. You have 10 whole cards in each of these packs. Somebody did a little oopsie. Our spirit's in front again. Got Zaptor, Ricerage, Findust. Oop. I put ice cards in my wind pile. Sharkoon, Scepter of Keon, Atlantis. I did it again. What is up? My Nimbugs, Narpoon, Draflora, and Frostmite. Not looking as good as the base set pulls, to be honest, to be fair, to be frank. Who's Frank? I don't know. Spears in front again. That's not supposed to be there, I think. Ooh, a second Exalt there. I believe you only play 1 or 2 if you're running him in fire, so that's pretty nice, because that's essentially a playset. Sharkoon, Scepter, Avalanche, Snowwaddle, Mount Olympus, Mountains of Boreas, Frostmite, and second Snowwaddle. 2 in the same pack. Not too happy to see that, TBH. I would prefer if we had like a rare card back there or something, maybe. Or a holo, you know. We would like to see holos. Alright. Next up, Cerebral, Cyprung, Babloon, Synectar, Morfrost Lichen form. There, we finally have our second Morfrost form. You can see that guy. Sandstorm, Tower of Winds, Race to the Top. This is nice. So we have Lakagon. Lakagon is very important for water decks. He is very powerful in all different kinds of water decks. I believe the most common water deck you see these days is water, I want to say it's Stall. Basically, you play a bunch of HP recovering water guys, a bunch of guys that just threaten like floating effects, to then slap down Lakagon for massive, massive game pushes. He's very powerful. Hopefully we get a holo this time. I was about to, like, zoom past this, and I was like, wait, what does this name actually say? This is Arcturus. We have the Ice Nexus form of Tectorus. I genuinely did not know that guy exists. Scepter, Avalanche, Blizzard. Oh, so nice. They gave it to me twice. Cockadoodle, Babloon, Cyprong, Tad Flow, Catarant. Not good. I mean, Catarant's pretty good in ice decks, not gonna lie. I'm just sort of, want the big, cool, special holo. Maybe we got a full art in 10, That'd be pretty sweet. If we got a full art, or maybe we got a stellar, stellars like their QCRs essentially. That'd be really cool. Frostmite, Snowaddle, Chilladdle, Urskote, Foley Forest, Smoky, Riceros, Patero Sail, and we got Hiboofin. Yeah. Hiboofin's not crazy. Don't tell anybody I told you this, but he's kind of like the worst holo in the set. You didn't hear that from me. Alright, 2 packs left. What is up, my Nimugs? Narpoon. Dratagua. Huge pull for water. Dratagua is very important. He's one of our healers for the stall, essentially, strategy. Abominursa. Big for bears. Not that great of a card. Cryoling. Cryovern. Those are 2 guys from the starter deck. Speaking of 2 guys from the starter deck, Pengawatt from the other starter deck. Permafrog. And we have another holo. We have Waylance. He's a water frost. Another one he didn't see a lot of play. He didn't see much play at all, actually. So, not a great one. Now, can we end on a holo? Or can we end on a stellar? Alright, let's start us off. Our water spirit's in the wrong spot. Whatever. Speaking of starter decks, we've got Cryo Scorch, the face of the Cryo Scorch starter deck. Findust, Sharkoon, Scepter, Dratagua, Insane. Glad we got our second one. I would like a third if possible. Abominursa, Cryoling, Volcanic Forge. Ooh. Last card. Nothing. Let me see. I thought for a second this was, I thought we were getting a full art. Nope. No, unfortunately. But that's pretty dang good. We didn't do terribly. Obviously. There's no real price per card on a lot of these. This. Give me a minute. So there's not really a price per card on here, but we did get so many like staples that's actually pretty insane. Noble staples are like our Ashdrabbit, our Earthquake, our Shields of Achilles, Helios Chariot Ride, and we got 3 actual huge hits for our... Oh, we got 4 actually, I'm sorry. We've got 4 huge hits for our holos. A bit of putting them together. I know collectors do want each of these circles of the sky to kind of fill out their collections there. Mustation's huge in Earth. Viscerous is Fusion Earth, and Lockon is the face of water. So, hey, that is pretty good. Not too bad for 10 random packs. Look at how thick these piles of cards are. From just 10 packs, we have so much here. So, as a little thank you to anyone who watched to this point in the video, I've got something I'm cooking up right now. I don't know when it will come out relative to when this video comes out, because this video is going to be edited and uploaded like within a week. But to give a little spoiler, let's move our guys over and I'll give a bit of a spoiler. What I have here is all 5 of the Elestral's base set starters. And what I can kind of say here is I have an idea for a series I'm workshopping with a friend. I've already purchased the star decks for that. And to kind of, how do I say it? Drop a little hint. In this series, gauge myself 24 booster packs or 1 booster box of. You can fill in the rest from there. The plan is to do something a little like that. So, thank you for watching if you watched all the way to this part of the video, or if you just skipped to the end of the video and you saw the spoiler anyway. Thank you for watching. I will see everyone next time. Like, comment, subscribe. Goodbye.